Here we are getting after it. I'll describe the good, the bad, the ugly. So the good news with all this is I found a valve bank. Remember, I've always having trouble with the log loader screwing up when it gets hot out. I found me a valve bank. The bad news is the dude that tore it out let it sit and there's water in the bottom of it. Huh. It's used. So I don't know if Michael Berg or any of them guys that actually know what they're doing with this stuff will watch, but hopefully they do and maybe direct me. I'll try to catch comments as I'm going, guys. So if there's something, just keep reposting. I'll come back and check it. I'm gonna try to keep after this. I'm shuttling my spools. Sounds dirty. Okay, that section over there is the end cap. I did it already. Hi, Eli. Hi, Kobe. I don't know where it is. If I talk gibberish and sound, it's too hot. I'm wore out. And this has me a little flustered. Oh, these ones are cooked in there. You can see they're no longer round. They're like, like rectangular almost. The awesome dudes at Golden Rule Equipment set me up with the seal kits. David with Barco set me up with the torque specs. So I figured maybe you guys would want me to. Long story short, the loader's messing up in the hot again. So I bought this salvage and I'm going to try to hopefully reseal this because I have it out and I feel like it needs it. And man, I hope this alleviates my issue. I'm thinking the issue's over here, and this is the brain box. And, you know, that big piece over there, but that was like $2,400 for just that end cap, where I got the whole bank for $2,000. Maybe I screwed up. I was checking, Dan. That's what I'm thinking. There's something going on, but see, whatever's happening, it's happening to all the functions. I'm losing it in everything. That's what makes me think this over here is your oil to your lower section. This is your main feed. That's your brain box, your pressure reducing valve, your pilot relief valve, all that crap is. So I think if there's a crack, it's in that or something in there. Now, this is not the valve bank out of the machine. It's the exact one that's in there. I'm just resealing this one so I can swap it like a plug and play kind of thing. Skidder Kev's in here, I see. Jason. I'm out of Pennsylvania, Kobe. Robert Kennedy's in here. Tim Thompson. Perry Roberts. I hope I get everybody. I'm trying, guys. I got oil all over everything. So I got one seal done. Now the guy from Barco said once you get this resealed, as you're doing it, he said just smear it with Vaseline or petroleum jelly or whatever. He said that's how they were taught. There's a little bit of crud right there. I wish I had caught that. Another thing I don't like about this one is if you ever had it, let's sit and there's a little bit of rust, just a tiny bit, not much. So I'm cleaning out with some brake clean as I go, making sure all the spools shuttle and all that happy crap. You see these over here. Can you see them little shims? They're like microscopic shims that go in between each section on each pole. What's up, buddy? How's things in Florida? Hopefully you all are having fun down there still. We're not allowed to have fun up here. Our governor says we're not allowed to, so hopefully you guys get to. There's another one. Dan, if you're still on, you ain't heard from you in a while, buddy. Hopefully all's well with you. Miss seeing you guys. Another one. we got one in the middle here. And each time I do this, I'm inspecting for any kind of crud. It's good. Looks so good so far. A little jelly on each one. Always nice and lubed. A little bit on this one. For all you guys that might know who, like if you know anything about this stuff and you see me doing something wrong, yell at me. I'm kind of just learning as I go kind of thing, you know. Last time I did this, I over torqued these bolts, not on this one, but on that Franklin, that KBL 28 I used to run. I over torqued them damn bolts, and yeah, that wasn't good. We had to tear that whole thing out, and it was not easy to do. I had that one down and out like 3 times. Okay, I think I got one more here, and this section will be done. I labeled the sections. Luckily, there isn't more than fingers. And I might not be able to count that high. So, I don't know. Been struggling with YouTube lately. That's why I figured I'd do this, and maybe some of you guys might find something in this. Or lubing. That's what I'm using this. It's just knockoff petroleum jelly. That's what I was told to use by the guys at Barco. And then he said, do this after. He said, just hit the whole inner part of the... He said, just put a little smear. I don't like it. That's a little dirty right there. But he said, just go ahead and do that. What was that? What the? Yeah, a piece of metal hanging out of my hand. Okay. What that's all about. Okay, so that one's done. So I'm gonna give the back a little quick wipe down. I did once already. Sorry if I'm boring you guys. I'm just trying to choke something here. So this section goes here. This section is next. That's one. Can you guys see these little shims? Hold on. Let me wipe this side down. Look at that. Okay, now there's these cute little shims. If you touch them wrong, they break. I'm about to touch that one wrong. And the only thing I can think of is those are in there to stop you from over torquing it. Hey, who left a super chat? You didn't have to do that. Michael Robbins, you didn't have to do that, buddy. Thank you. Dave, I was never good at homework. I have not, Jason. Yeah, Michael, you're right. Unfortunately, there's dishonest people in the woods too. Hi, Stevie Ray. How are you, buddy? So I'll check them every once in a while, and I'm gonna do the initial scrub down. Now, see, I'm gonna take this clean screwdriver, and inside here there's a spool, and I want to make sure that spool's moving. Because if a little bit of water got down in there, and I want to go all the way down, make sure it seats, cycle it a little bit, everything feels good. And there's a little bit of crud in there. What I want to do now is, if you excuse me for 1 second, because I don't want all this crap in my house, I'm going to go outside and spray this out. So just hold on, I'll be right back. Grab a beer or something. Note to the wise, don't get brake clean in your face and eyes. That don't feel real good. Feels like shit, actually. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the new towel. We're going to have a nice little toast of liquid encouragement. I can't believe I'm actually keeping 31 people on there. Josh is in Tito's. Yeah, man, cutting in this kind of weather sucks. I've been starting at like 5 in the morning. I'm on the new job now. I have not taken any video. I just haven't been in a good mood lately, and I'll get some of it. It was really, when you see the landing, you understand why I was so, oh shit. I'm missing an O-ring. Nope, there it is. Oh, baby. I don't want to break those. Oh, I don't want to break those. See, you can see this bolt, you can see a little bit of the corrosion on it. That's because this sat just like this, I'm guessing, on a crate somewhere, waiting to get shipped to me. And it, got water in it somehow. Well, I know how it rained. But it's a risk you take, I guess. I don't know. There's a piece of fuzz down in there. How'd that get in there? It's from me. Hope this is semi-entertaining to you guys. Not real, like, responsive. Man, they're sharp. These rags suck. Go ahead, Pete. Say what you really mean. Okay, so that one's clean. Okay. I think we can reseal this one. Oh, not yet. There's crumb there. Things in logging land have been a little tough lately. We are still able to move wood. So, I can't complain on that end. Alright, next seal kit. You buy these individually for each section. Hey, Fire Captain Tom. Tell Fire Captain Tom howdy doody. He's here. He usually misses them. And his notification thing ain't working real good, I don't think. But he's here, and that's all that matters. Don't tear him, Pete. Okay. Get a little lube on there. Lube in the ring. Boy, if David Haley was on here, he'd have a field day with that. Huh? Man, I wish Dave was here to help do stuff like this. You know how much fun you'd have? That'd be a good time. Hope I get to meet him and shake his hand someday. I really do. He just seems like one of those people. I don't see him. I know he is. Never met him in person, and I feel like I've known him my whole life. It is one wonderful thing in the YouTube land. I have a visitor. Someone's going to come in the door. Shit. No heavy cussing. You found it, huh? Watch it's on.
Yeah, it was right where you fucking think it would be, right next to my other one.
Well, I figured it's usually all your stuff goes right on.
It's that nose in my truck. I'm telling you, it was in my truck until we went to camp. And I went to pack shit in my truck for camp, and I was like, I don't want to fucking drag that up here. It'll fall out on the ground. Oh.
That's kind of like live. Don't worry, it's not made for kids.
No.
This video is not made for kids. I put a thing, see if anybody wanted to watch me do this. And there were some people, so I feel like I'd let them down if I didn't. So here I am. Lubing rings. And drinking beer.
Sounds dirty.
It does. I don't know if it's the best combination in the world, but hell, it's better than the alternatives at the moment. I hope this fixes this. If this fixes this, we're throwing a party. Like, no social distancing or nothing. We're throwing a huge fucking party. Oh,
I said something about chicken wings.
I want to do some over Mom and Dad's, but I want to get them from, you know what I mean? I just want to get them made. And if you want to cook some too, if you're home, you can cook some too.
They were. I stopped up there the other day to get that check off your dad, and you weren't home.
They could be at camp. They could be.
They weren't at camp because the dogs were in the house. That's why I was gonna go in. He said, I think he said he left it on the refrigerator, but I was like, I'm not. If the dogs are in there, I'm not going in and get them all stirred up looking for it. Because he said, just stop by. It'll be on a magnet on the ice box. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go roaming around. So I said, fuck it.
I threaded. That's odd. There's two. Ooh. There's rust in the bottom.
How bad is it?
It ain't horrible. It's more than I'd like to see, which is none. Actually, it's good you came back over. I might need a hand here in a minute. When I go to do this last one. You can see it here. So I called Matt and he's like, you can brake clean it. It ain't gonna hurt it because there's no seals in the spools. I didn't know that. For some reason I thought there were seals in the spools, but this is older when they built stuff to last, not to like tear apart every year and a half. Come to think of it, it wouldn't make sense.
Like that tacos.
What?
Like that tacos.
I made tacos tonight. You did get them? Did you have to wear your mask?
I did. Got a big sign out front that says, no mask, no service.
They don't want to get deported.
Blame them.
I don't know. Right now, getting deported is probably not the worst thing that could happen. There's still some oil here, so it's not as bad. See, the first two, this damn spool was stuck. Now, This one don't want to return all the way. That's not good. That ain't good. Why do you not want to return all the way?
How do you take that out of there?
There's an end cap here that I need.
Throw one hell of a spring in there.
It's actually not as stiff as you would think, but this one ain't. There's something wrong here. I bet you that's what's going on with my other one. And shit.
Want that? Shouldn't be that hard to fix.
Yeah, I don't know where to get the spring at. Mega Pete 379, thank you. You didn't have to do that, buddy. Hi, John. How are you? What's up, Mike? Hi, David. Canuter valve. And Jason's on here. May check. Ass. Boy, it got dirty quick, didn't it? You see the comments on there. Go in the. I think it's the passenger side, Ross. Back seat. When you flip the thing up, there should be a bunch of these little Allen sockets. Grab them. We'll pop that because if that's, yeah, if it's screwed up, I gotta. You gotta do something about it. I don't know what to do. That worries me because that's lazy. Let's see what's that? What do you think? Maybe use this one.
I can see a ton of rust in there.
I know there's a bunch, but watch. See how it's like lazy?
Yeah.
That's not good. It should go. Is there any loose ones laying in there?
I didn't see any. I didn't look.
This should be the one. Establish the camera so I got customs for blue. It's way bigger than that. That sucks. It's the one that's missing.
Where is it?
It's probably laying in the bottom there. In the, in the bottom. Just laying, rolling free. I'm not even gonna reseal this one. Until I know. That really sucks. I don't know if I got an Allen key that big. I did it one time. Definitely did. There's a spot for it, but it's not there. See it? It's not there. Hey! Dicker with Dave. Thanks, buddy. How are you now? I haven't heard from you in a while, bud. Nice. I have some more stickers.
It's the only one that's in there, is that little fucking thing.
I'm Shit.
That's probably it too.
I don't. Let me look real quick. Let me look see if it's in the top tray. You look on both sides?
No, I looked in the under the back seat.
That's what I mean, on both sides of the back seat.
Yeah, I just looked on the passenger side. That's where everything else was.
Really hurts when I stab myself with the finger.
It usually does.
All right. Probably gonna have to make a trip tomorrow. All right, fuck.
Or two.
Custom Hydronics up in Ohio. I'll just take the whole section.
There's those little shims in between each section.
Yes, there is. And let me just tell you how careful you gotta be.
All right, so this is the next one. It ain't getting sealed until I know what's going on with it. I bet those are in there for the sole purpose.
Making sure you don't crush them things down.
Yeah. Of over torquing. Like I said, I done did that before.
Crank them down.
Yeah, and lifted, hucked the whole 300-pound valve bank back up in the damn machine. It's not like this one where you can lower it from the top. You had to, it was underneath the cab, so you had to jack it back up underneath there. And the oil's dumping on you the whole time. And, you know, we got it all put back together, and, oh, we're good to go, we're good to go. And fired the machine up and had no functions. Nothing. Pilot pressure, but nothing. We farted around, and I forget who he called. He called somebody and was like, the guy's like, well, you didn't over torque them, did you? I said, over torque what? What are you talking about? He says, over torque the bolts on the valve. He says, no, well, how could I over torque them? He says, oh, the torque specs are only like 25 foot-pounds or 27 or something. We're like, no way. And he's like, wait, man. And sure as shit, drop it all back down out of there just to go. Click, 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 click.
And it worked.
You couldn't loosen them where it was at because where the bolts were, you couldn't get on them. You know what I mean? There was like zero clearance on
You
anything.
take all those hoses back off.
Oh, dude, it's so terrible. Like you start, you know, you have zip ties on everything. Sometimes 3 and 4, you know, because you run out of colors. So you have like pink 1, 2 pink, 3 pink, you know what I mean? And then you start with orange, and then you run out of oranges, so then you go with yellows, and it's, ooh. You can't even see these things. This is kind of when I want to tear this apart. Now see, this one's different. Look at this one. Where the hell my screw?
There was all that crud in there.
Yeah, it's the rust. Don't dig at it just yet.
Like rust looks like
It's
freaking-
wet. It's water and oil. It looks like
Oh.
splooge.
But see this one, see how this one's like, it doesn't have the little holes like that other one did. So I gotta look on the chart and see what that valve section does. Here, listen, it'll pop for you. Here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll cycle it all the way to make sure there's nothing in the lambs. See how tight that one is?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that one so tight and that one loose?
Wore out.
It's got a different spool in it. I would really like to open that up. I just don't have the right shit to do it. I'm not putting it back together until maybe it's supposed to be like that. I highly doubt it, but there's always a possibility. I've been wrong before, so I'm gonna make a phone call. I mean, I've been quitting at noon, so I got plenty of time to get custom. But unless they have the piece and spring in stock, which they very well might, but I'm probably gonna have to call Parker and find out the specification on the spring. You know what I mean?
His O-rings are nice and square.
No, yeah. They're flat, buddy. Alright, I gotta go outside real quick.
Spray that off.
Yes. I gotta get those rusty pieces out of there. It's heavy, it's heavy. It's heavy.
Does brake clean eat rubber?
I'm pretty sure it does. But that's why I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
And then Vaseline and everything. There's no there's no rubber in those. You know what I mean? It's just in.
Did you ever see this? That's about right.
You electrical engineers.
Now my buddy sent me that. He's a chemical guy, but he works and he does the same thing I do. And he never could understand electrical because it's not what he learned. So trying to understand it, he's got to find something to help him keep it all straight. He said it's the best thing he found so far.
See, that just feels a lot. Why is that one so? That don't make any sense.
Is it that? Is it? It's the one you just messed with.
It's that one. It's number 5. 3. This is 4. So it's different too.
Well, I imagine they're going to be different.
I guess worst case, I'll be able to take one out of the old valve bank. But I was hoping to just drop one and then lower the next one and put it right back in. Try to limit the environmental impact of dumping oil everywhere, even with those little plugs and things. It still doesn't always stop at all.
I love how your air turns on and off. Mine just runs.
Well, I don't feel as bad then. It shuts off for a little while.
Mine runs from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until midnight, straight, steady.
Should have 3 of these kits left. Yes.
You guys even watching? Yeah, you still are. How's that?
I was really hoping, like I said, to put this all back together at least. 'Cause usually when you let it sit, underpants nuns come and hide shit on you.
How about this? Speaking of underpants nibs, I found a sock that's been missing for a year
Where was it?
in the cupboard with all my backpacking stuff.
You tracked a sock for a year.
I didn't track it. I just went in the closet to get a backpack to get some.
But I mean, you knew it was missing. For
well,
a year.
I had a loaner. I got one in my drawer, and it's like every time, like I come out and like, cause I don't do my laundry in succession. So like when the socks come up, I put two together, and like when I'm done with all the laundry, I always have one left over. It's like, where did that other sock go? I found it today, or a couple days ago. Must have come back from vacation, got washed, and thrown in the basket with all the other whatever, and
I've been losing socks, blowing heels out something fierce lately.
yeah.
Especially working down in West Virginia on that steep hill. Like the bottom of my foot's grinding in my boot because you're always sliding a little bit inside your boots. Man, to chew my feet up and chews all the socks up.
Your low battery.
Oh. Well,
It's low battery, guys. I'm gonna have to shut her down here, so. I'll leave you on here for a minute longer. Fire Captain Tom. Oh. What size? I gotta get some shirts made, man. What'd you do to it?
did you tear it off like the Hulk? Who's that guy that sent me that calendar with all them huge ass deer in it? One more. Raining again. Can say that we.
We need it.
Yeah. It's one nice thing about the rain. I'm gonna have a little bit of mud, but I didn't have no damn dust today. Which, in this kind of heat, I did not want to wear a respirator. Or a freaking mask for that matter. I don't care if I catch the corona or by then. I'm more worried about the dust. Especially over there in Langloth. Who knows what's in that dirt. Although where I'm at's like actually never been mined, never been.
Bunda, and it's never been mined.
No, everything right. No. Blog knows it.
Same difference.
Yeah. But no, it's untouched. It's just been logged one time, like I said, 20 years ago that I know of. Not to say that it didn't get it before that, but it's actual, like, not overgrown field, not, it's actual virgin ground. That's 4. Of course not. Why couldn't any of them shims come with this?
Do you get a pack of seals per
Yeah,
section?
he said they come in one pack per section. I figured it would be a whole, like a kit, I guess you would say.
Yeah, but they probably have these. This same bank might have more packs in it.
And we went like around this one time and didn't get the ones like you're supposed to get. Like these are specifically for this. And the ones we got were just a little bit different. Like the ones that came in it were square, I think, and the ones we used were round. And that little bit of difference in the rubber actually screwed up the tolerances enough to where it didn't want to work right.
Where? How do you screw? Like I don't understand how you screw those things up by over torquing because they don't. Like all you're doing is smashing these things together.
The tolerances are so tight.
In where though?
Where I'm just messing with right here.
Yeah, but you're not torquing anything in that direction.
It just crushes down on the steel.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't think that it did.
So it's just it squashes that and keeps that piston from moving back and forth in that.
Yeah, just enough to, like you said, stop it. Now you're gonna try to do this in the rain.
Hey, give me another piggy, Matt. Just go ahead and lay it right on top of that one. I'm starting to develop some crumbs. Some foreign bug crumbs.
Called pig mats.
What's that?
They're legitimately called pig mats.
Yeah, do you think I was...
I don't know. I figured it was an
No,
inside joke.
they're pig mats. No, I wouldn't be talking about my girl that way. China. These ones, see how these ones ain't cooked?
Mm-hmm.
They're not in the center of the valve bank either. And a little piece of rubber does all that. Holds back some 3,000 pounds plus or minus.
Oh, that's a pilot down there at the bottom. Real good.
Yeah. There's pot, there's pot. Alright guys, I'm going to shut this off because my battery's going to die in 41 minutes of this. Is just... Ernest, what's up, buddy? It's 44 foot-pounds, Michael. Tom needs a logging herpes shirt. Alrighty, guys. Hey, I'm sorry if I missed your comments. We'll catch you on Yellow. And for all you guys that super chatted, big thank you. I really appreciate it. You don't have to do that. Y'all take care. And as always, don't let your meat loaf.